What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and I'm here with this dog that has no name tag. Why does it not have a name tag? Who is it? So, a sad thing happened, and there was an ender girl in our base, and I went to attack her, and Casey teleported to me and lunged in front of my sword in order to save me from the ender girl, and I promptly swung the sword and totally killed him. And it was really sad. I was like, no, don't die, Casey, what? So, Casey has passed away. So let's take our new Casey. We have to get a name tag for him. But our new Casey, and we're going to start a little tradition. And we're going to start the tradition up here. So up here on top of the mountain, we're going to have a little pet cemetery for all of our pets so that they can view their home and remember the good times that they had. So for now, we'll stick this here and a little monument, a little sign. Here lies Casey. Episode 20 through 22. Rest in peace. Casey too. What are you doing, man? Are you trying to kill yourself already? So the problem with Minecraft pets is that they constantly die. So here's our monument to Casey 1. We'll get a name tag for Casey 2 eventually, and then we'll just keep naming them. When Casey 2 dies, we'll put Casey 3 up. When Casey 3 dies, we'll put Casey 4 up. So yeah, come down here, Casey 2. Squirt over to me, buddy. Come, let's go. Come over here. Sit down, way out of the way. You don't need to be getting into any trouble. So we have a project today, something I was thinking about doing. We got the chicken thing done. And actually up here you can see some scaffolding I did because I put the other slab level down on here. And so this is a full block wide now, but the top block is the half slab and the bottom block is a top slab. And I don't think I wish I like the look of them better with just being a half slab, but it is what it is. We have to have it that way in order to really to build on here. Anytime we want to put a block anywhere on top of here, we're going to have to dig down a block to kind of be able to do that. So we've got to have that extra level down underneath. So taking a look at the chicken cooker, it's working pretty good. I'm getting all sorts of feathers that I don't need. So I don't know. We'll save them somewhere or something like that. We'll do something with feathers. I was sticking some random extra eggs that I found up in there too. But we're getting some chicken. But at this point in time, I don't know. When I'm working and running around here with haste and stuff and things like that, it really, I use up a lot of chicken, so I don't know. I don't know if that thing's going to keep up. You might have to build a second one. Well, but yeah, anyway, so I was thinking about some things. One of the things that I have happen a lot is my inventory gets full. And I'm real kind of ACD about it. ACD? ACDC about it. I'm a real OCD about it, and I don't like having a full inventory. I like having my inventory kind of super organized all the time. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. It's a little bit of a problem. So let's head up to the top of the ribbon here, and I'll show you something that I figured out. I think it's kind of neat. What? Houston, we have a problem. No minecarts. Where are they going? So we're losing minecarts somewhere. They're not. This isn't working out. They're not going in. All right. That's really weird. So, all right, let's grab a slab real quick and clean this up. I don't know what's going on with that. I've been using that for weeks and weeks, and it hasn't had a problem. Let's grab a slab and let's just make some more carts real quick. Nope. Yep. Oh, did you see that? Ugh, what is going on here? All right. So we'll stick some more carts in the system. I'll have to take a look at that here in a later date and just find out what's going on with it and why we're losing mine carts, where they're going. Try to make sure that system's working properly. What's Squirt. All right. So, oh, and I turned clouds on too. And check out how low the cloud level is. Isn't that crazy? It's like not even halfway up the ribbon. Then we're already at cloud level. I thought it looked kind of cool. I like having the clouds on. I don't know why I had them turned off in the first place. So, all right. So what I have this clogged inventory. I don't like it. And I thought it'd be neat to do something like this over here, where I'm able to have a little area where I can put in items into something, a chest or something, and then they will go down all the way down into the bottom of the ribbon. And one of the things that I found out was kind of neat was that the distance from here, from this corner to this corner, is 9 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this drops us directly onto this corner, and then goes 9 blocks, and drops us and goes 9 blocks, like this, all the way down to the chicken thing. Bam. And then we can go all the way down into the storage area down here. And I cannot eat right now for some reason. Whoa. There we go. Thank you for the chicken. Oh, still can't eat. All right, be right back. So everything's fixed now. I rebooted the internets. So everything's the best ever. So I was thinking about a way we can have a little station where you can drop things in. And the same mechanic we're using for the chicken cooker I think will work here. Where we can just stick blocks inside of a dropper and have them drop in. And what I want to do in this area is use a water stream with a single source block. I think, oh no, I won't be able to use a single source block. I have to use multiple source blocks, but some water streams that come down and drop the items into different areas that all flow into one spot. So I think this is what we're going to do. The design may change. It may not face downward. It may face in a couple different directions. And this is the same thing like I was saying was on the back of the chicken cooker. It's a comparator into a repeater with a block and then some redstone that comes back around. And then I think a couple people actually made the suggestion that this needs to be in subtract mode. I don't believe it makes a difference in this design. Subtract mode. Not subtract mode. Same thing. So works just the same. And I was trying to think of a way to make this smaller, but I don't believe there is a way to make it any smaller. And the only other option I would most likely have in order to make it smaller is to make it a constant clock. And I just don't want to make 7 of those constant clocks and having them constantly run. And they would most likely also constantly click. So that's just annoying. We don't want to do that. So this entire thing is what we're going to have to build. And it's going to be, 4 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we want to completely hide the redstone and hide this as well, it's going to be 6 by 4. So that's kind of big. We'll try to figure out a way. I wish I could make it smaller, but it is what it is. It's Minecraft. We got to make things the way they are. So the first thing that I'm going to start to do is I'm going to have to pillar up underneath all these areas and build a little support structure. So we're going to need some blocks. And I'm thinking, let me see here, grab some slabs and some, I think, blue stained glass. Geez, I don't know. Maybe some gray stained glass. We'll try some gray as well. And I think that that will look decent. And the trouble with the ribbon is that we're just going to, we're going to have to build things in here. Like, I almost feel bad. Like, everything looks so clean, and I love that modern look. But we can't just leave it like that. It isn't just a sculpture. It has to be a functional base as well. So we'll pop that out there, and then if we, okay. So we should be able to pop all of these guys out, like so. Made a little mistake. It's okay. Oh, whatever. Fine. Fine. And let's just fix that real quick so I don't constantly think about it. Bam. And so in this area, perhaps let's do this. Perhaps we could do this. And then, or should that be blue glass? Let's see here. Like so. And then we pop these out as well. And blue glass on this side. Incorrect. Incorrect again. We'll fix all of our mistakes at the end. Like this. And then maybe a slab base. Like so. And then let's head up really quick and kind of take a look at what we're looking at here. Let's grab this. You just kind of see what this looks like. Ugh. Let's get that out of there just because it's bugging me. All right. Let me just step away a little bit. Take a look at it from, you know, a little ways back. So it's still fairly symmetrical. It's not super symmetrical because we need the water stream over here to fall down. But all right, so then if we take a bucket of water, stick her in like so, this should come right to the edge. Like that. So, all right, cool. Now let's just go ahead and try real quick to make sure. If we drop a bunch of items in here, I mean, I'm assuming this is going to work, no problem. Let's just check. You know, you got to test things. We should see them all come to the edge and fall. Now, I'm wondering about how they fall out of there. So it looks like, do they all make it in here? All right, cool. So I'm wondering, I was wondering if the items, the entities would hold momentum and possibly move off. Because if possible, I would like the area to, I don't know, should it just be completely open air from one level to the next where the items fall? Because I don't think anyone's going to be standing over here grabbing the items. You know what I'm saying? So the items will come from one area and fall down to the next. And I'm not sure if maybe there needs to be a little glassed-in area that holds the items as they fall. We'll have to think about that some more. So, all right, I got a bunch of work I got to get done. And one of the things that I think is going to be a little bit of an issue is fitting these things in. Like right in here, like I was saying, it's going to be 4 wide, so it'll butt up right against this. And I'll probably have to move it out a little bit so that I can house the redstone that needs to go around it or behind it or somewhere. All right, so I'm going to design one right here so that it's right next to the chicken thing. So I kind of have, you know, a limited amount of space. Let's go sleep. And yeah, I'm going to figure out how that first one looks, and then I'll be right back. So let me turn my chickens down and kind of give you a look at what we got going on here. So I tried a bunch of different things, actually. It's believe it or not, I built the redstone on this thing within just a few minutes, but I've been playing around with designs for a couple of hours now, just trying to get something that I liked. And so this is kind of what I come up with. Now, as with anything redstone-y in our world, in our base, I always put some lapis near some redstone so that we know it's something that does something. And so I put a little window here so you can see stuff and things happening. And then I had some questions. So I was playing around with, I'm getting really distracted. I'm so excited. So I ended up leaving this redstone exposed because I tried to make it 5 wide, and I tried to do like some stair designs, like some upside down stairs. Well, actually, they would be right here. But it really looked fugly. Like, I think that this kind of trophy-esque look is much better. Oh, looks like we're missing a stair there. Like, I don't think for some reason this looks bad, but when I put it, I mean, it's just too close, and it just didn't work out. So I decided in this design, I'm going to leave this exposed. Now, on the other ones, I don't think we're going to do that. So I don't know. What I might end up doing is leave the exposed side on the outside here and put just something like in the way so that you don't really see back there or something like that. But 5 wide just seems like just too wide, and I couldn't figure out a way to make it like a completely 1 wide design. So yeah, I don't know. You know what'll probably happen is I'll build the whole things and then I'll think of something to be like, oh yeah, I could have done that. But I mean, the only other option really is to use all hoppers, like hundreds and hundreds of hoppers, but that's just not good. I guess it causes lag, and we don't want to do that. So for what we have going on right now, you stick that in, and then you can see all the items are squirting out there, and they go into the water stream, and then they fall down into here. And then I put another water stream down here. I had previously not had it, and I had torn it out. But once I set it here, I just thought it added something really cool. And I think that one water stream on each level touching will just be really rad. As far as how to get it to flow nicely, if I put a sign up here to block the water from inside of there, and if I don't have that, when the water flows down, it flows backwards into this canal, which we can't have. So we don't want that. So I had to build something down here if I wanted to have the water stream come down like it is. And so this is just something that I threw together. I don't know. It's a thing. Like, you know, when you're looking back at everything, it doesn't look bad. You know, it's a good little design, I think. And nothing major, nothing spectacular. And it can't be. I mean, it's 2 blocks wide. We can't make it that beautiful. So, yeah. So, and then when you come down here, you can see I just built something real quick to kind of demonstrate what will happen. And then there's your blocks. Picked it all up. Well, Ender Girl. Ugh. So it all picked it all up. And so now the next thing we got to do is design this thing like 7 more times. Now I want to get it to be pretty consistent as far as the design goes. So I don't know. I think I'm going to play around. I think we're going to leave all this blue glass. I think that, I think it's just going to stay the way that it is, and then we're just going to do it over and over again. So I had a different idea, and I started to tear some stuff down. What we're going to end up doing, I do believe, is making this happen on top of each one. I wanted to do it underneath, but I think that it's like super fugly. Like, I just kept thinking about it. I don't know. I can't decide. I think doing it above might just look better. Might just look so much better. It is going to take up a little bit of room on each one of the platforms, but I just think it's going to be better. So, Gratz Mumbo. So that means that we're going to have to move the chicken thing. We have to completely tear down the chicken thing. So I thought you might like to come over and see me cull the herd. I already took care of all the little guys just by kind of opening up a block right here, and the lava poured out onto a bunch of them. But over here, there we go. Did we even get anything out of that? Let's go and see. Did anything go inside the dispenser? We'll just bust this out. So, oh wow, not really. So, yeah, we got to tear down this entire thing and then rebuild it, which I really don't want to do. Like, it's not a tiny project, so it's going to take a while. So the first thing, or the next thing I'm going to do when I come back, you're going to see the redesigned or rebuilt chicken thing and the above the platform item thingy-doodler. So the new and the item thingy-doodler will not be called the item thingy-doodler. It's going to be called the I.C.D. because I have inventory cleanliness disorder, which many people have. But yeah, so it's a inventory cleansing device. So look at it. I already need to cleanse my inventory from some of this garbage. So let me see. I'm just going to get some eggs in here for now. And, so that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to start tearing this down, rebuilding it, and redesigning. All right, so changes have been made. Stuff and things have been moved around. We got a new chicken thing over here. It's working. There's some feathers in there. They haven't been around long enough to get growed up yet because I had to let the adults or let the egg-producing chickens grow up, and then these guys are just getting hatched now, and they're growing up. There's a whole heck of a lot of chickens up there, about 160 or so. And this is what I've decided to go with over in this area. So now what we have is a hole right here that matches up with the hole in the other platform up in that area. And then there's a water source down inside of there. And I've set up the dispenser system a little bit. It's pretty much exactly the same. I've just added a little bit of stuff and things here. Because this is pointing backwards, I had to use a slab here and then extend the redstone onto the top of the dispenser in order to get it powered, because the redstone coming on top of this half slab or the slab is not powering the dispenser the way a full block would if we had redstone on it. So, and then I decided to just dress it up a little bit in the front. We got our lapis lazuli block denoting there's stuff and things happening here. And then we put a couple pieces of glowstone with the lamp in the center, and I put some glowstone on the edges on the sides here as well. I think it's neat. You can see like the items that are going to be coming down through there in this design. And if we go ahead and drop something inside here, you'll see we get a little bit of a strobe effect. There go all of our items down into our item stream. And it's pretty cool. I think I like it better. I think it's better than having it underneath. It is going to take up a bit of space, and there's going to be one of these on each one of the platforms. But I think it'll be cool. It'll tie everything in together and kind of be, you know, like a thing. It'll be a proper thing when it's done. So let's just go ahead and get this. I think I can, yeah, like that, buttoned up. And I believe we're just going to leave this up top here exposed. And what I'd like to do, actually, is take these down a little bit, because you're just going to see it from the side. You're never really going to see it from the top. So, I don't know. If I see it that bothers me, I'll cover it. But other than that, I don't think it needs to be covered. So, yeah, and the next thing I thought we would do is head up top and just drop some water down to kind of see how the next level is going to look. This stuff is taking a lot longer than I thought to get the chicken cooker moved and to get this whole thing designed. I had to design it a couple of times with the redstone, just experimenting with making it work the right way. With the sideways kind of moving the dispenser, it's taken a little bit of extra time. So, all right, if we drop that down like so, we should see that just matches right up like that. And then if we drop items in there, of course, they'll flow right down through. And I think that's kind of like the thing that I like the best about this design is that piece of water coming down for each one. I think that's a really kind of just a rad piece. That we're adding in. So, and then down in here, I haven't finished it yet, but we can do that right now. We're going to need some water. Something else I wanted to talk about with you guys really quickly is I wanted to thank everybody. We hit 30,000 subscribers on the channel the other day, and I just wanted to say thank you very much. You know, a lot of times I get recording in the zone. I forget it's Thanksgiving. I forget that it's New Year's or something. I don't know. Like, I know it is, but when I'm recording, it just doesn't occur to me. And so I didn't want to forget to say thank you to you guys for your support over the last few months. Well, whatever, over the last few years for those people who've been around a long time, and for the newer people for over the last few months. Looks like we may have a little bit of an issue here. We can fix that as far as items not flowing in there correctly. And you can see a bunch of our items are in here. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you very much for your support and your likes and favoriting the video and doing that sort of stuff. I can't tell you how much that really helps. Like, and just the nice comments in the down there. It's nice. It's really nice. Like, my heart really feels happy when I get a good comment or I see that a video gets a lot of likes. And I just appreciate your support and everybody subbing and sticking around and watching the videos. So yeah, very, very cool. Thank you very much. So I noticed it was a little bit dark up here. I think we'll come up and give KC1 a little bit of light. Such a good dog for the 3 episodes we had him in. But yeah, so I took a look. I want to kind of pop back and take a look at the system. I think it looks cool, and I wish I had more time to get this all completed. I just didn't think it was going to take this much time. I'm going to do a bunch of building off camera. It is my goal to have it completed by the next time that we do a video, but I have to do a platform. I have to do a slab every single platform and build that thing 7 more times. This shouldn't be super tough. Slabbing the platforms is going to take some time, though. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know by leaving a like, and feel free to share and favorite it as you see fit. Don't spam it on Reddit, guys. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your day.